Ever since these heroes have set foot in my utopia, I've noticed that something is different. My world, my orbit, my matrix, my utopia, they've proven to be a spike in trouble, a disruption, a malfunction. No matter. I will just have to pay serious attention to them from now on. Are you still here? Laricum, play the theme music! Hello, everybody, and welcome to Concentration Required Presents the Utopia, Episode 7, in which we do a game called Tiger Heart.
On
Yes.
occasion. Hell yeah,
I
dude. Actually,
can play
we're
vampire
gonna
in Dagger
shift to
Heart.
playing werewolf now. We're gonna
Oh,
play
hell
werewolf the
yeah.
apocalypse now. Let's fucking
Just a horse
destroy the
game.
government, baby.
Just the board
Gaia
game version.
bleeds.
Yeah. There is
Yeah.
also a game called Eat the Reich, which is a really fantastic game about killing like monster. Basically, it's an anti-fascist game about killing vampire Hitler.
Hmm.
Yeah,
You can
pretty fun
fun.
sci-fi game.
Well, you
Yes, yeah.
so you can't do that in World of Darkness because in the World of Darkness lore, Hitler is explicitly human.
Mm, dang, that's wrong.
No, the point is that he is human. That
Uh-huh.
that's something you could you have to point out that there's something innately horrible about the, the soul of man. That's a
That's true.
person do it. It's not a
Yeah.
monster.
Honestly, I like that.
No, Goebbels becomes a vampire. So we can hunt Goebbels. Goebbels is still
Hell yeah.
alive in World of Darkness.
You know, I'm
Or we could go after
I'm gonna go
Mangala.
on this
Mangala is a
conspiracy
demon.
theory.
First recorded instance of a human being genuinely just becoming a demon.
Doesn't surprise me at all. Oh, I'm sorry, it was backwards. You play as vampires who are hunting Hitler, not not the
Yes,
other way around.
there is a couple supplements about playing work during World War II. I've always wanted to play one where it's a mixed team. So okay, so you have a werebear Russian. You need a one of the ally powers has to have a hunter. I don't know if it should be England or England. It's either England, Canada, or the US. One of those three have to be a regular dude. And then a French vampire. And then maybe it's either US or Canada as the hunter. And then you have a British mage. And then one of the other two. So you either do a Canadian hunter in an American fairy or an American hunter in a Canadian fairy.
Yes.
And you do I'm sorry.
Should you maybe you should be here? You don't know that. Um, so sitting at the table, sitting at the table, the three of you the two of you actually have just listened to Pascal kind of relate to whatever weird goblin thing is also inhabiting the same body that maybe Pascal is stealing. You're not entirely sure.
Mhm.
But given the light of your wild conversation just a few moments ago, how does everyone feel?
So Pascal is definitely very much freaking out because I think Wendell, does Sprite specifically say I just want to make
Stairs.
sure because let me get
Mentions the stairs.
she mentions the stairs, but does she specifically say the name? I don't I want to make sure that I get the right name. Danny Bazuko? If she specifically said that, he's definitely freaking out.
I
I don't
remember
believe
saying
last time.
like they had said some name, and I thought that I had recalled it to you, but I don't remember it being a full name.
So,
I don't specifically remember Danny being mentioned.
okay. So, he's definitely so instead of being like full freak out, he's like very on guard. Like it's that same thing when he fell. So the all his tensions in his back, he's standing up really, really straight, and but his arms are sort of like palms face down on the table, gliding back and forth.
What is your reaction, Sprite and Ace? Something has clearly bothered Pascal in the mention of stairs and all of these different things. This whole conversation, right? I mean, like you guys are just sitting there after last night, Sprite. This body came to you that was definitely not Pascal, acting, all like a different person entirely. Now Pascal is clearly back. You are sitting here with the mention of stairs being the thing that like lit up Pascal.
Think I'd say for the most part, I'm confused. I'm looking between Pascal and like their current reaction and the thought of the stairs, and like with everything that we've seen up to this point, I'm trying to think back through any kind of like instances when we've been kind of pulled into like headspaces or memories. Have there been mentions of stairs, and just trying to like recall if there's anything that we can kind of piece together with all of this. But for the most part, I'm like, this is bizarre.
Uh,
Sorry, I meant from my personal memory. Sorry.
as so, I I feel the need to mention you know very little about Pascal. Like for our listeners at home, I don't remember how often we've mentioned this. Pascal, Sprite, and Ace are not these three characters' actual like given names. So, so the actual like, there's not stairs going into the wager. There's so you've never really seen Pascal be near stairs.
Which is like probably a weird realization that you've never seen Pascal near stairs, but
Yeah.
it probably is something that you do think about in this moment.
You're like, have I ever seen him use the
Interesting
stairs?
correlation.
Weird. He always gets Tony Wong's, but they also don't have stairs. When we order other places, he sometimes asks other people to do them.
Come
And
on,
those
dude, this
places have
town doesn't have
stairs.
stairs.
Why is our whole town on one story?
I don't think so.
He is fine. We don't have to talk about this. But how did you? Why Why did you bring up falling down the stairs?
Uh, I thought that's what the you had said, or the other you had said when you came to me.
Okay. Well, okay. That's of some concern. Colin,
Hmm.
Pascal is going to real quick run through his mind. Does he have any memories that don't belong to him in his head?
You tell me.
I think Pascal, real quick, like enters. You see him fully enter his own head and just, who's Jeannie? Je- no. Oh, Jeannie. Jeannie.
I thought that was the name.
It is.
Okay.
Jeannie's my sister. I don't
Oh.
have a sister.
Oh.
No, I don't have any family. But Jeannie's my okay. Um, I uh, I'm gonna look at my hand. Am I glitching?
I think you see. I think something that you look down and you see is you notice since you started thinking about those blue glittery squares, you're noticing them in random places at random times. And I think
Mhm.
as you look down at your hand, you see like one finger with a little bit of these little glitchy squares. And then as quickly as you see it, it's gone again.
Okay. Okay. So here's the problem. My my character, the character I made when I made the game, is just a bunch of defaults on the orc. Uh, no real defining traits. But if we're right. Well, if this is the game being interposed on a reality that is separate from it,
Mhm.
then somewhere is this person perhaps in that body. And I don't know if finding them will give us answers,
Oh.
but it will give us something.
As you're thinking
Uh,
about this other body that may or may not hold part of your consciousness now shared with this body, very confusing Freaky Friday-esque kind of
mhm.
swap. As you're thinking about this, another person sits down at the table that three of you are sitting at. And this is a round
table, 4 chairs at it, the 3 of you sitting at it. Another person sits down. I think the 3 of you are just kind of intently staring at each other in this moment. And Ace, I think you're the one to notice this person sit down. Long, blondish white, wispy hair, and a neatly buttoned up shirt vest with these long, white, puffy sleeves of some sort of dress shirt underneath. Sits at the table and says, "You have mm, caused a lot of trouble for the architect." You see, we're sitting in front of you is this person that you know as Laricum, who greeted you when you entered the Utopia, now sitting in the town above here next to you. All white eyes, not quite human features. Trouble indeed for the architect.
All right.
Now, we can't do any damage to each other here. It is safe for you and me. That's why I come to parley. The architect has sent you an offer. Meet with him in the lowest level. He will answer any of your questions, and in return, will he will grant you freedom. And he looks directly up into each of your eyes before speaking again. Says, "I offer you this once. The architect is befuddled by your existence. Something is different, he knows. He saw inside of one of your own constructs. He wants to know how."
I want to try to make myself have the glitch vision to look at him through him, whatever I do around him.
Okay. Can you make... Let's make a... You're really focusing on this, you would say?
Yes.
Make an instinct roll for me, please.
All right. Uh, so here we go. Critical. Double nines, but for a 21.
Hell yes. A critical success. As you begin to try and perceive this blank world around Laricum, you realize as your vision fades in and out of this, he's not here. This is only a projection of some kind, interacting with the people and things around this construct. It still does. Like, you see, he moves a little bit of the dust that's on the table as you look, but in this white vision, you see that when he moves, like, that there is nothing there, but you see a little bit of dust move, like as his hand moves across from the table.
Mhm.
Also gain a hope, which I think it automatically does.
Yeah. That's we want to leave. Let's be clear.
Hmm.
But so
Well,
far,
you need your souls to do that now, don't you?
all right, perfect. Calm down for a second. Let's talk this through like gentlemen. Now, we want to leave. You conned us into giving up our souls, which is fuck you for that. But
I didn't do anything. That
oh my
was
god,
genius.
you need to understand. I don't exactly recognize you as being a fully separate person from this architect fellow. I understand that you are literally, but I don't care enough about it to view you as your own separate, living, breathing creature.
Mm,
So
prejudice.
we'll go down if we if the architect can set us free or whatever, then great.
You seek to bargain.
We seek to leave.
Mm,
I don't exactly have a huge care about how we get across the leaving process. Though I have a feeling. I've met a
yeah.
couple of people like your architect. I can tell he's not exactly a measured person.
Mm,
So
you know
we
that you could
go.
walk into the forest and leave at any point. Go back from whence you came.
Wish we could.
Mm.
I don't believe that.
You may leave this town, this forest.
Send souls, please.
It. Mm. He just looks at you with your hand outstretched.
Predicament we're in now, isn't it?
Mm. Perhaps your souls are needed for a greater purpose. Did you ever think of that?
This fucking guy.
Yeah. You see, it's one thing to ask someone to give something willingly with a full knowledge that it would result in oblivion. But you conned us into it. Now, I don't like that. I really don't. I don't care for your master's plans. I don't like his character, is what I'm saying. I'm saying he's a fuck. Now, so you're a pervert led by a fuck. It's really quite vexing.
Oh my god.
Oh fuck.
Staring directly at you, Pascal. Laricum seemingly looking beyond you, through you. It's hard to tell without pupils there what direction he's exactly looking at, but you think that he's looking through your eyes, almost as if to a space behind you. He says, "You are but two. You don't even know what the second one is, do you?"
I'm willing to find out.
Hmm.
Oh,
Like I said, information for information. The architect is willing to trade.
And you
No
think we have
guarantee.
information?
You're different, and he wants to know why.
So all we have to do is go down each godforsaken level that is before us, get to him, then he'll ask us a couple questions, and then by his benevolence, then we'll get to go home. Seems a little
and so
convenient.
far, his benevolence has been wanting.
His benevolence has
Time
been
unit.
bullshit.
Just call my name out loud. I shall bring you
Sure.
there.
Sure.
Do we have a deal?
Is there a
And he
way for
holds
you
out
to
his
Oh,
tell
hand.
us?
absolutely not. Absolutely not. In one meeting, absolutely fucking not. Go away. We'll figure
Ah,
we'll figure out what we want.
ah,
And if we want you, if we're like, you know what we need? We need a wispy white haired pervert. We'll call your name. How about that?
With his
'Cause
arm
the thing I
extended,
know is that you aren't here. This is something you're putting in our heads. So, in other words, we'll find you. How about that?
his arm extended outward in front of you, he begins to flake away into nothingness. Pieces of skin, hair, clothes all begins to almost float away as if ash in a fire. And the three of you here, when he is fully disappeared from your view, gone. Just call my name. I know you will at one point.
I don't like this guy.
I don't like
Oh,
him. What? Okay. So I don't like any of this. It felt like we were getting too close to knowing things, but then he wanted to strike a deal with us, but then he wants to learn about us because we're an anomaly of sorts. Like,
mhm.
what is any of this? I was gonna try to ask how many floors there are to try to gauge how much of this bullshit we gotta go through, but like,
Mm,
I don't trust that they would give us a straight answer either way.
no, no,
No.
not at all.
Besides, I don't like the idea of so far, the architect has tricked us into giving up our souls,
Hmm.
laughed at us when we walked in, forced a man to fight a battle he wasn't that his heart wasn't in, and then asked us to parlay. So, this fuck is not to be trusted with anything.
Yeah.
And I don't like the idea of him knowing
More about us, almost.
No,
because
I don't trust any of this. None of this sounds
it,
good.
Yeah.
if he
You
understands, I don't know how he could understand more because we don't understand it, but if he could understand more about how we got here, he could go out.
with Pascal saying that, I think we, as a camera, cut away from this conversation with the three of you deciding not to parlay, at least at first, to not
Mhm.
parlay with Laricum and the architect.
Mhm.
But
The
in
pervert
this
and the
moment,
fuck.
we hear, yeah, the pervert and the fuck. Uh, the kind of empty, almost quiet tavern. Not that there aren't other people around in the space, kind of nameless faces that cycle in and out and never seem to be the same. The noise of the bard on stage, who is almost jester esque in appearance, starting up a band, and this music carries on as the camera cuts away from the three of you talking. And over the next couple days, what are some things that the three of your characters do as we get this montage of sorts? And this is how we're going to do our long rest. Over the sound of the tavern bard starting up their one man band act. What do the three of you do? You each have, like I mentioned before, you each have three of the things that your characters can do for a long rest. Normally, with Dagger Hearts, if you take a long rest, it is two of those things. But since we're in the town and that is a special modifier, you can do three.
Okay.
Okay. So, if I may start, if the two of you are cool with it, my 3 moves are I'm gonna heal all my wounds, I'm gonna clear all my stress, and then I want to start a project of figuring out this glitch.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm gonna write glitching.
So, for you, what does one clearing your wounds look like for Pascal?
I think there is a day where Pascal goes to take a bath, and instead the room's like just lit by a single candle, and we could see like there's sort of scrapes and scratches on Pascal's shoulder, and before he removes the towel he blows out the candle, and then there's some standard bathing sounds, some other sounds that are not standard, not in like a perverse way, like some like stitching sounds, some weaving sounds.
Mm.
And when Pascal comes out of the bathroom, relights the candle, his body is fine.
Hmm. I'm glad you clarified in your
Yeah.
statement of
No, no.
non-standard.
I realized as I said it, like just some I want to say weirdly dry sounds for someone in water.
Okay. Does this constitute as your scene also clearing stress, or is that a separate thing?
The clearing stress is very obvious. We'd cut from that to Pascal on the roof. I'm gonna uh, Pascal smoking on the roof, looking up, just contemplating everything. There's definitely a certain 1,000 yardness to his stare,
Hmm.
but calm, quiet, just to himself.
I think as you are staring off into the distance, perhaps maybe it is, just after dusk. The shadows starting to set in on
Mhm,
different areas of the roof. And as you do so, like you start noticing that the shadows are moving slightly, realizing that the shadows moving aren't those little black shadow creatures that you've seen in the Utopia, but something about them seems alive around you. But what you also notice is that in waves pushing back and forth in almost a calm, gentle manner, kind of exuding outward from you are those little blue glittery squares, those cubes
mhm,
that just kind of occasionally wash out, almost as if the shadows in these cubes are fighting for the space around you just outside of your consciousness.
mhm. I'm going to try to find. I think Pascal, and realizing this, sort of looks at the pipe, thinks about how glitching feels. He thinks about how magic feels, and he goes from smoking the pipe to holding the one. He's holding the actual. I don't know. Is it called a pole when it's just regular? We'll call it a bowl for sake of audience understanding. And the part that goes in the mouth in one hand, and he's just going to try to not basically he's gonna try to not be happy, not be sad, just be at peace, and see if that brings some sort of resolution to these two sides.
Hmm. I think as you are looking at this, can you make a let's make a reaction roll instinct. So this is not going to generate hope or fear, but
Yeah.
just at your instinct.
Mhm. All right. A 9 with fear.
So as you are staring at this pipe, I think you're noticing inside of the bowl of the pipe, you see those little cubes and shadows pushing back and forth in a very
Mhm.
calm, gentle manner.
Mhm.
There is no stopping this for you right now. As hard as you concentrate, as hard as you try to let everything go to be in the most neutral state that you possibly can, it just seems to wash back and forth and back and forth. And I think that digs into your emotions a little bit, feeling that like you can't control this as you are right now, breaking your own concentration on not feeling emotions.
Mhm. I think because I think the pipe is definitely sort of long, has a long thing from the bowl to the mouthpiece. So Pascal is growing frustrated, and it grows and it grows and it grows, and he looks down and he's broken the pipe in half and goes, "Shit. Ugh, what the hell is going on?"
And we cut away at that. Ace, what are your three activities?
Um, so I realize I technically don't have a sword, so I want to go and get one. But I also want to uh heal. I have 1 HP tick. Then I need to get 3 armor back.
Hmm. You mend your armor.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go to the blacksmith.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
It'd be helpful if I had my spreadsheet up of all the shit. Wouldn't that make sense?
um,
Uh, Edwin's Battle Edge, you go to?
yeah. I'll walk in and I'll go up to the counter and then ring the little bell. Probably set up. It does nothing really
Hello.
because of the ting ting. Ting.
Well, so he
But
was not
video
out
game
front
logic.
in the forge. Yes, yes. He's not out front at the forge. You don't actually hear him tinking away
Mm.
at this moment. But you walk in, and yet again, there's these mannequins set up with all sorts of armors, weapons up on the wall, a small collection of farming tools in the corner. He I think from out of your peripheral vision walks on in front of you in the counter. Like I think you're staring forward and you didn't hear him step into this room, but
Mm.
he just walks into your vision, says, "Hello.
Hi. I
How's
don't
the
know if
spear
you.
treating you?"
Oh, okay. You do remember me. Good. Good. It was. It's done its job. I did end up finding this very strange spear, but the spear that you have is still a that you sold me was still a very very good weapon.
Do you put the wooden glitching spear up on the counter?
It's kind of like on my back, I'd say,
Okay.
so he can
Mhm.
see it like glitching, like the tip of it.
He looks at it and says, A wooden spear. Are you sure that's better armaments than the one I sold you?
You know, I didn't think it would be, but do you have a practice dummy?
Yes, yes. Come out back. And he beckons you through the back door, and you walk through a little like domicile that's back here, like a very perfectly made bed, as well as like stove and table, all in one like corner.
Mhm.
And basically, he cuts you through this little room to the side alley, and walks around the back. And there's a little fenced in area with like three kind of not truly dummies. They're jury rigged dummies made of like scrap metal and other things. They're not like professionally made like wooden dummies. This is somebody
Mhm.
who just set something up to be like, yeah, go swing a sword at it.
Yeah,
But
it's
there
the
are
other way
three
it
of them
feels.
in the back, all neatly arranged with just a little space in front of it, almost as if like there was a place to test out the numbers that your weapons do, when you purchase a new thing out or something along those lines.
Yeah, video game logic.
Mhm.
So I'll stab at the. I'll take the spear out, and I'll go to the one that's like the furthest from another. If that makes sense.
Yes. Yes.
And
So as
I'll go
you
to stab at that one, and then
Mhm.
see what happens because I read the ability. I'll take the stress
Yeah.
because I'm technically I guess I could get rid of it.
Yeah, it's fine. It's all comes out in the wash. As you stab into this, he's looking at you, and this is a fully wooden spear, right? There is no metal to it of any kind.
Mhm.
It is, just a pointed end that maybe flares out a little bit at the top, and then comes into this kind of almost um, conical point.
Mhm. Like
And
a almost like a river fishing spear.
sure, yeah, yes. And you stab into this piece of metal, this large piece of like almost sheet metal that has been dented. And as you do, the wood just bounces right off from it as if it was another like piece of metal. It doesn't impact and kind of like softly thud. You hear like a loud, resounding clang as you hit it. And you see the dummy on the other end at the same time hit as if you hit in that spot too, with leaving just a little bit of those blue cubes kind of uh, flu- freely flowing away from where the phantom hit, if you will.
Mhm.
um, you turn around, and he's just kind of looking at you, scratching his head, and says, huh, that's a interesting trick that you got there. I don't understand what it has to do with the spear. You're magical, yes?
No.
Hmm. Well, I
Oh,
think you should see a mage.
probably. I was just more showing you the
Contact your
spear itself
mage
because it's neat.
It doesn't.
if your spear is
I'll be
hitting
honest. With you.
for more than 3 hours.
I'll be honest with you here. That doesn't seem like a magic item of any kind. I've had
Okay,
my fair share of them come through the shop.
fair enough. To be fair, I have no idea what one would look like or could be. So you're the expert. I defer to you.
Well, come with me this way. And he leads you back into the shop, and standing at the counter again, you're in the exact same arrangement. He's standing in the exact same place as he was before.
Mhm.
And he turns around and reaches up on the wall, and as soon as he grabs, there is a large great sword that is up on the wall that is almost as tall as Edwin himself. He pulls down this great sword almost with zero effort, like it was the weight of a feather. Pulls it down and sets it on the counter, and he says, well, this is what magic items do. And all of a sudden the great sword lights ablaze,
Oh.
and then it goes out. And he goes, that's what your standard kind of array of things do. um
Fun fact: greatswords only weighed like 5 to 8 pounds.
Yeah. Weapons were a hell of a lot lighter than you'd think they were.
Yeah,
Except for a lot of maces. Maces were really fucking heavy.
on
Yeah.
purpose, to be fair.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the greatsword was just like area denial. That's all it was. You had an AOE
And
attack.
not really real. Yeah.
No, I mean there were soldiers that wielded them. They were mostly used against
Yeah.
cavalry.
Fuck you and your horse.
Or like bridges.
Second coolest way to deal with someone on a horse, of course.
Yeah.
After the Macuajito, which on the account of one Spanish conquistador went through a rider and his horse in one swing.
Yeah.
Oh.
I do like a good Macahuito.
Obsidian weapons, man.
Yeah.
I'll look at him like, oh, that's interesting. Do you have any
But
other
if
magic
you want
weapons?
one chest.
Oh, little out of my price range. For now, I'll be back for that possibly.
I don't have much other magic items at this moment, but
Fair enough.
you're welcome to check back in when you come back next time.
My shop resets every other day after 8 a.m.
Maybe.
I'll say, well, that is good to know. But I was looking to maybe learn how to repair armor. And as you see, I've taken a few beatings to this old piece here. And if there's any armor that is a possible upgrade to what I have, that is at least a bag of gold, I wouldn't
He
be
looks
opposed.
over to the left of him, and there is on a stand a set of armor that looks like it's made out of bone of some kind, weaved in with metal. This like large swaths of almost this like sun bleached color bone with these big, huge horns that are coming off from the helmet that sits on the top of this mannequin. Which you look at it, you think about it for a second, and you have one thought in your head. That doesn't fit my Draconis head. But then also at the same time, you think, maybe video game logic. He looks over it, he looks at you, and goes, a bag? Unfortunately not. That would be another chest to... It's a beautiful piece that I have done myself. Dragon bone armor. And then he stops for a second looking at you and goes, on second thought, never mind.
Fair enough.
I can help you repair your armor, though. If you would like to make use of my forge, I'd be happy to oblige. To teach you a few things.
I would love that. And skip to the training montage where Ace increases his blacksmithing skills in a video game, has no real world bearing, and then repairs his armor.
Yes, it's like absolutely like one of those montages that starts with just like you hit and the hammer bounces off and out of your hand, and then like cuts to you doing it a little bit better, and then a little bit better, and then we get to the point where you're actually repairing the holes in your armor and not making new ones.
I like to think that my armor got damaged 2 more times, and then I managed to fix it.
Yes, and like we see Edwin off to the corner, just like hand in head, just face just absolutely just holding his head, just being, oh God,
Yeah.
what did I get myself into?
I go to like
but
blind pick up a tool, and then he just like slaps my hand, and then like I go to pick up a different one. He slaps my hand again. I look this time, go to pick up the right one. He doesn't slap. I do it. I make a hole in the armor, and he slaps the back of my head.
yeah. Okay, so you said you were clearing your armor.
Yep.
You were resetting your armor. You were clearing your HP damage. Yep. And then what was your third thing?
I wanted to see if he just had like a sword, like a cheap sword that I could buy,
Ah,
just so I have like
okay.
a standard side weapon.
Yeah, I think in all this he like hands you a short sword and just like says, "Don't worry about it," and you can add just a regular short sword to your inventory. I think at some point maybe he is teaching you to do things and has you like do a couple little projects for him, like cleaning up around the forge and stuff like that, and he just says it's all fine. It comes out in the wash. So,
Sure.
Sprite, what are your three things?
I think I would. I'm gonna tend to wounds.
Mm.
Um, and think I think that they would kind of just like look over themselves, and at first I was thinking it would be like a base thing. They'd kind of like flip their base around from their back, just kind of like sit down with it and kind of maybe under a tree in a peaceful area, and they just start kind of like plunking out a little bit of a song, and as they're playing, these kind of like swirls of magic from their music kind of go around them, and like wherever, if they have like a mark or something, then like, hey, it's gone. um and that's all like, for a second thing that they would do, a part of the long rest is also like clearing all stress. I think that they would also, as they're sitting there kind of like playing and starting to feel better and like more uplifted, they also just kind of continue to strum, and like they've been using their bass, attacking with it, healing with it. They're just kind of wondering like, what are the limits of things that I can do with this? Like, I can heal with it, I can harm with it. To what depths can I kind of go with it? And they're just kind
Mm.
of like playing more as they're like contemplating these different things.
Okay.
Well, Sprite does know that the power of music is the most incredible magic there is. So
Yeah, of course.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
Right next to love,
Uh,
apparently.
we get this nice little scene of Sprite finally getting maybe a few moments of rest and relaxation and being able to just play music that isn't like, everybody calm down, it's gonna be okay here, have another hit point.
Yeah.
this is my panic attack. 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
um Pascal, circling back
Mhm.
to the project that you wanted to start. I think it is the morning after you broke the pipe and maybe climbed down from the roof and just in frustration said, whatever, I'll just do this tomorrow. And you wake up in right before the sun starts to rise. And as you open your eyes, you see just a bevy of those little cubes washing around you. And as you get up and start to look around, they start to disappear quickly, almost as if they were there. And when you became aware of them, they started to disappear.
And I try to. I don't. I'm not sure exactly how to phrase this. I want to try to hold like one of the ones that's lagging behind. I want to try to stop it, turn around, and move it back towards me. Now, I have two thoughts. Technically, they're just the one thought. Uh, so prestidigitation lets me cause a tiny object to float. So can Pascal sort of reach out magically. Maybe not trying to invoke the shadows, but probably there's, I would say, he's not trying to use the shadows. He's just trying to grab it almost like psychically. If that isn't working, he's going to use the shadows. So almost forcing it to come back.
Okay. Let's make a you know what? I think you try very hard to not like I think you begin with this thought of doing it psychically like prestidigitation and you find yourself unconsciously pulling those shadows up towards this cube. You see them form almost like a literal just mound that begin to slowly creep up on this cube as it kind of lags behind, disappearing behind the nightstand in this room. And I think you can't stop yourself from bringing those shadows up, almost as if the shadows and your psychic ability are one in the same. But it does stop the cube from moving. And as those shadows touch it, it begins to kind of fade in and out, blinking very slowly in and out of existence.
I think as he sees it start to fade, Pascal's full diving off the bed to grab it with his own hand.
Okay.
This went terribly last time, but maybe it'll go even less terribly now.
Can you make a presence roll for me, please?
Good. Good. Because this has stuff to do with the cubes, can I use my repair skill for it? My repair experience.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
All right. I will adept. So I'll gain a stress rather than spending a hope, and
Mhm.
double the +2 to a +4. That
Nice.
doesn't help when you roll 10. So 14 with fear.
14 total.
Mhm.
With fear. That is a success with fear.
Mhm.
As you grab this cube, in an instant, you find yourself in the blank white version of this room. No shadows to be found, holding onto nothing in this room that has the same nightstand right in front of you with no texture, just a white object. You know, have you ever seen in a video game when like a model loads in but the texture doesn't and it's like
Mhm.
Yeah.
perfectly like smooth? That exact experience is what you're having right now, looking at everything around you. The rug on the floor, the bed with the sheets pushed back, the nightstand that you're in front of, the floorboards. You can even see the detail of the wood grain, but it has no texture as the model curves down a little bit for the wood grain, but there's no wood color to it. There's no anything. It is just flat matte white.
All right.
No cubes in sight. No shadows in sight.
I'm going to try to focus on one of the boards. Try to put the texture back in my head.
Okay. Can you make a knowledge roll for me, please? The
Sure
DC
thing.
is going to be 15.
Okay. Yep. 16 with
Oh,
hope.
with
Ooh.
hope,
Just
yeah.
barely.
Just barely.
Damn.
As you're
Squeaked
looking at
by.
this as you're looking at this wood board, the texture of it begins to come back to it, and it begins to spread outward from it in a slow but steady pace. In this circle where you're concentrating, it begins to fill up the entire board that you can see, and then leaks onto the ones next to it and next to it, and slowly onto the bottom of the nightstand. And the textures creep up and up and up the nightstand, up the walls, up the bed behind you. And this room, once again, after maybe 5 or 6 seconds or so, is full of textures again. Cubes gone, back to being like just slightly washing around just outside of your vision, shadows gently moving.
Hmm.
I think
Make
for
the
this
texture.
project, we can make a countdown for you, which I am going to set as a countdown of 5.
Mhm.
And we're going to count that as 2 successes because you rolled 2 successes.
I think with this sort of idea that he's learned a little, even though he hasn't learned anything concrete, he just opens his hand and lets the cube do as it's going to do.
The cube is slowly floating out and away and out of vision. This one larger than those other ones on the edge of your vision. It goes behind the leg of the nightstand and disappears out of view. If you are to
Mhm.
go and look around it, it is not behind the nightstand, it is just gone.
Mhm. Mhm. Cubes are the game's edges. They make me the texture removed. I can put the texture back. This could be interesting. Oh, I think we'd leave Pascal as he sort of pinches his chin and just says, "This could be interesting."
Mm-hmm. What else do you guys want to do in the town above? Any shopping aside from sword shopping? Is there any other NPCs that you would like to seek out while you're up here?
I was told to speak to a wizard.
Mm-hmm. Well, your closest wizard, I think, in a little inquiring, what you're told is that there is no mage or wizard in town from a couple people, but there is a witch who lives just on the outside of town
I'll wait to go to the group with
in
that
a
one.
hut with legs.
Mm. I'll go to the
What
group
is it,
like
Ruby?
one night when we're having dinner, and it'll be like maybe like the final night that I have repaired my armor. So I come back and I'm just kind of like wearing my underclothes, um,
He's in his
and
underwear. Get in.
just like loose cotton shirt, little like cross stitch or cross lace at the V, kind of like undone. Um, very standard like breeches and boots. And I'll just like I'll walk in, see them at the table, kind of give a wave, and then as I sit down, I'll say, "Ah, done, finally."
Got the armor how you want it?
For now, at least I know how to, kind of. I will need a forge, but it's at least something. I did have something I wanted to come to you both with, because I don't want to take away time that could be used potentially for other things. But the witch outside of town. I'm wondering if she knows anything about my spear and other things that may be connected to that. And I'll kind of like
Mm.
nod my head at Pascal.
Say it's worth a shot to go check it out, see if there's anything she knows, anything she can tell us to be wary of, or at least give a name to something.
That's what I'm thinking. We've met the witch, yeah?
Mhm.
No, I don't believe you did.
No?
We haven't yet.
Oh, no, I'm thinking of the one shot you gave
There's
Colin.
Yes,
Forever
you're
ago.
thinking of Nelda the Witch of Hackton, and that is in your world, not mine.
True. Um,
uh I think we should go see, because there's a there's a chance this is a bit like the fact that we've been sucked into a game. Like, this is not something that they can perceive,
mhm.
and getting a good confirmation from someone who is explicitly magical that they don't know what's going on closes an avenue.
No, I like that. That's sound logic. Because when I asked the blacksmith about it, he looked at it and
Actually,
said
it's
that
cube logic.
he said that it didn't look like a magic item, and then he showed me what a magic item looks like. And trust me, they are sweet as hell.
Which I do want to clarify that the three of you can see these little cubes coming off from the spear, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
But Pascal's vision of these little cubes everywhere, only Pascal can see, not Sprite and Ace.
Yeah. I just remember he mentioned that he could see them,
Mm-hmm.
so I was leaning off of that. But yeah. So I think that we should go and check her out. See what she's up to. See if, I don't know. She might even have cool stuff.
I mean, it's that or she'll turn us into toads.
Which, if we're going off of video game logic, would be temporary and it's meant for a gag.
Mhm.
Either way, sounds like a journey. I'm in.
All right. So maybe before we decide to finally head out from here, that's just our first stop out of town. We'll head into the woods, check her out, and then head in to the city below.
Yeah.
You It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia music, black screen, the gang gets turned into toads.
No, what we do start with actually though is the three of you all geared up. I want to make sure that this is before you guys want to leave. Is there anything else that you want to do? You do have gold to spend. There is like baubles and beads, which is the like random magic shop.
Wendell, you found some good
As
stuff there
well
last
as
time.
I
yeah.
did. I didn't know if we were trying to save our money,
Fuck that.
but we could. I'm down to go down there again to see if there's anything like any other goodies that might help us.
Yeah, I
Maybe
want to go. I want to go down to Baubles and Beads, but I also do need to go back to the place where I bought the tobacco from,
Fenwin's fine forage
because
foods.
magically I can fix this pipe, but Pascal has realized that in his withdrawal, he has that moment of clarity afterwards where he's like, I was not great to this person.
As
Yes.
the, I think we'll start with Fenwin's, then do Baubles and Beads, and then do the Witch's Hut.
Oh
Heck
god.
yeah.
You find yourself maybe this is the three of you are all geared up, virtually ready to go.
Do we want to take a 5?
Sure. I do need to pee. How did
Okay.
you know?
Thank you, 5.
All right,
Yeah.
chat. Then while we take our 5, we're gonna drop our little knowledge here in the chat of our Tony Wong's Cheatseria menu items. As we do every recording episode. So,
Mhm.
just a reminder: we're still getting some of the ones that we've added so far. We're getting there. As Wendell goes through and edits the episodes, then we will get the remainders. But this is the ones that I remember off the top of my head.
Mhm.
So we've got sweet and sour linguine, General Calzo, crab rangovioli, shrimp scampi lo mein, chopped prosciutto, mooncake cannoli or a moonoli,
Mhm.
and then wonton pizza wraps. So Wendell, you want to start us off,
Oh,
or do you need a second?
I might need a second. I always have to like. Okay.
Okay, I'll start.
Italian
Oh.
wedding sweetened. Oh, Italian wedding egg drop soup.
Okay.
So it's just egg drop soup with a shit ton of like rice, meatballs, and a weird amount of lemon in there. The cornerstone of the Italian wedding soup is that feeling of why is there lemon in this?
True. All right. So I'm gonna go with a chow prezi salad. It's a chow mein salad.
It's also a caprese salad.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Finally, together at last.
But instead of using Italian basil, he uses Thai basil.
Tony has layers.
Yeah.
Well, we've Tony, much like a lasagna or perhaps some, or like one of those steam bun things, layers.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps he's like both.
Perhaps he's like an ogre.
I
Anyone
think
is like green onions. He has layers.
I think I might have a funky one.
Hell yeah.
Pineapple chicken Alfredo noodle bowl.
That's a lot of words.
Pineapple
So
chicken
that
Alfredo
Alfredo
noodle bowl.
bowl.
Oh wait, Alfredo, not Alfredo. Oh my god.
Oh, I thought you were going somewhere with the Alfredo. I was here
No,
for
I meant
no.
Alfredo.
Dan, don't change it. Dan, don't change it. It's called.
My dad
It's
calls it
a
Alfredo.
typo on the menu. It's a typo on the
That
menu.
is
We're
canon
calling
now.
it.
Okay. I love
Canon.
that. I do love that because I and O are right next to each other.
All that
It
is
was a
16
typo and they
pounder the
just
way it's
kept it.
canon right now.
Yeah. Okay, so
Oh
now
my
here
Yeah,
comes
your
our
dad is
new.
canon, Wendell.
Here's our new addition to this segment. Now that Colin's back, and the question is: do they taste good, bad, or does
Oh
it
yeah.
depend on who made it and the time of day you got
Mhm.
it? So we're gonna start off with Italian wedding egg drop soup.
Mm.
I think it's good always. Always good.
I'm gonna
Always
say
good.
I was
Always
gonna
good,
say good.
suspiciously lemony.
I'm gonna say it's
Suspiciously
dependent. I would argue dependent. So here's my
I
thought
could see
process.
that too.
I think they make one batch a day, and this place is
Mhm.
open until like midnight on the weekends.
Mhm.
So I think it like if you order it at like 11 o'clock at night, you're a bunch of drunk college kids, and you're just like, oh yeah, let me get some soup, dude. Like
That's a drunk decision gone wrong.
yeah, but it's
Here's
like
here's
it's
the
trash
counter
at that
argument.
point. Okay,
Yes.
all right.
Counter. Reverse it. The earlier in the day you get it, the worse this soup is. The later into the day it goes, the more it is atrociously lemony at the beginning. It is basically inedible. But once you
It's
hit
like a
the
fine
stride,
wine.
once
It's
you
gotta
hit like
age.
your 5 p.m. and after, it starts balancing out. And the last bowl of the day is always the best one.
So it's kind of like a daily perpetual soup kind of situation.
Yeah. It's a hunter stew, egg drop, Italian wedding soup. Soup. The single bowl has been in perpetual use uh since Tony put it on the menu.
Mm-hmm. I like it. All right.
Yeah,
Next up, so are we going dependent? Is that locked in?
I think dependent.
I think we're
I'm
going
down.
dependent.
Did we sell you on that idea?
Yep.
Yep.
Cool. All right.
Dependent time of day.
Chow prezi salad. It's chow mein,
Mm.
but it's caprese. So think about it though. It's like thinly
think
sliced
bad.
tomato.
I think it's always bad.
It,
There's
we
always
don't
way
have
too much
many. It's always
mozzarella.
bads,
Thai
and we
basil.
kind of need a couple. It's always bads.
Yeah.
Also isn't Thai basil's like a completely different profile to regular basil.
Correct.
It's one of those things where everyone's like, why are these things called the same thing?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's always bad, and not for the reason you think. That there's always way too much mozzarella, and even if you ask for half mozzarella, you always still get way too
Way
much
too much.
mozzarella. And
Yeah.
it's just the cheap mozzarella that doesn't even really melt when you put it under heat. It just kind of sweats.
Mm,
Yeah,
yeah.
It's not
a
the
good
good pizza
sweaty
mozzarella.
mozz.
You don't know why.
Oh.
It's not the good pizza mozzarella. 'Cause the pizza
Somehow
is
he
good
has
mozzarella.
two different kinds of mozzarella.
Well, he's got
He
the
has good
mozzarella.
mozzarella and bad
That's-
mozzarella, and for some reason he uses both.
That's vile, man. From Yoda in chat. Okay. I think that this one can be locked in as disgusting because I'm assuming the cream sauce is just going to immediately curdle the second it hits the chicken. The pineapple chicken Alfredo bowl.
Oh.
I think it's just dead
Oh,
in the
yeah.
water. I don't think it even had a
yeah.
shot. I think it's just like
No.
it's chopped and cooked from the start.
Yeah. Because I don't think the sweetness of the pineapple would go well with the creamy richness of the Alfredo sauce.
No.
It wouldn't. It would
Again,
just be
it would
weird, hard
also-
chunks of pineapple that you have to bite into in
It would
this
also
like
again
gooey.
curdle
I was gonna say-
everything.
In
Mhm.
Would it curdle it?
in
I think
theory,
so. Yeah.
in theory, one could use the pineapple juice in the creation of the Alfredo sauce that might mitigate it.
Might save
That
it.
is not how Tony does it. There are whole ass chunks of pineapple in this.
He just
in this
pops open a
Alfredo.
can of the rings and he just chops it
Yep.
and he's like, "That's
Listen.
good enough."
He does a great
No,
job
it's
with
what it
some
is.
things.
Hot cream, cheap mozzarella,
Mhm.
weird Parmesan, and a can of pineapple
No,
all
no, no.
goes into the food processor at the same time.
Yeah.
And then, while it's still
It's
hot, he
tragically the
adds
good
in room temperature
mozzarella.
butter. Oh, tragically okay, good. Tragically
Or should
the
it
good
be
It's
like
mozzarella.
tragically the
the-
good
yeah.
mozzarella.
It's the shredded mozzarella that he's using for the pizza.
Yeah.
Pizza. It is a great tragedy that all that good mozz is used for something so absolutely vile. All right.
Oh,
We all need to keep it in the back of our minds for the next time. We need something with pesto in it. I don't know what, but we
Oh,
need something with
forgetting about
pesto in it.
pesto.
We're gonna need.
is it just pesto
So
egg rolls?
don't say it now. Don't say it now. Just
I'm gonna
just let it
workshop-
cook.
I'm gonna workshop pesto egg rolls.
Hey,
Imagine
listen,
all 4 options next time, or 3 or 4 options next time are just pesto based.
Yeah.
Pesto. Honestly, as it should be. Pesto. Hot take: pesto is the best of the Italian sauces. I will not. I will not hear objection on this.
Alright.
It's good if it
Better
doesn't
than
have
red
cashews in it,
sauce.
and then I can
Better
have
than
it.
la asesina. Better than burro. Better than Alfredo. I will name all the sauces, so we should probably keep moving.
Alfredo is
Yes.
also an
There's a lot of
Americanized sauce.
sauces.
Yeah. Well, I mean, also real Alfredo is just like no cheese. It's just cream and butter.
Yeah.
Or sorry, it's cheese. There is cheese in it. There's Parmesan, cream, butter, and Parmesan, and that's it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Tossing.
In
It's
the
quite
in the
literally all in the
spreadsheet,
wrist.
I have made it so that you guys can add your own uh ideas. So if something comes to you during the week, you can just add your own there. So then we'll always have
Yeah.
one ready to go and ready to fire.
You should make a read-only link of the document so we can allow our viewers to view it.
Okay.
The three of you standing in front of Fenwin's fine forage foods. Does just Pascal go in, or does Ace and Sprite also come in as well?
Going to just to browse.
Mhm. Ace, do you come in as well?
I'll just yeah. I think I'll go into the second shop, not the first shop, because I'm
Okay.
probably like getting all the stuff ready to go, like packing up the rooms and stuff.
Yes. So Sprite and Pascal, the two of you walking into this, well, it looks like at one point was like a house that has been heavily renovated into this building, large glass front window. The shelves lined with all manner of dried goods, as well as supplies like a general store would have. The counter short, which, right, you're also a shorter race. So I think you standing on the ground about equal-ish with Pascal, right? Um, the the counter is perfect height for the both of you, and standing behind it, a halfling, Fenwin, very neatly kempt. He says, "Hello, what can I do for you? Oh, was it a fine amount of tobacco for you, sir?
Uh, yeah. About
Need some more?" And he looking at you with a half smirk.
no, I think I have enough at the moment. Should actually literally track this if I want to track it. But I came in here and I was not the best version of me.
Oh, that's
And
quite all right.
well, it's not. That's not how. I'm not saying I'm not objecting to your perspective. I'm saying uh, that I'm not okay with it.
Mm.
So I wanted to say that I was sorry and I wanted to come and make penance for being rude. So that
Looking you square in the eyes, he says, "Apology accepted.
okay.
Now what can I do for you?"
We do need basil for the rat jerky.
Yes. Like before, you may help yourself to anything in the windowsill there. She
Alright, thank you.
gestures over to the garden in the window.
Uh, and maybe something dried that is not made from the flesh of rodents would also be nice.
How about
That's
mushrooms or not from the flesh of rodents? I do have some pig jerky,
uh
also some
not
bird jerky,
Oh,
what kind of bird?
large. Not sure what kind.
Like game red?
Sure. Yeah.
Amy bird jerky. Okay. Um well it's gotta be better than the rat. I just turned to Sprite and I go, it's gotta be better than the rat jerky. Like
are you
statistically.
kidding?
Yeah.
Statistically,
It's not made of rats.
you don't know what that bird is. How do you know the bird's not worse than the rat?
A bird is large and the meat of the bird is red. So there's fur. So handsome. So
I'll take
maybe it's like
jerky.
ostrich?
Ostrich.
Yes.
Never
I've
heard a
never
red
had ostrich. Have you heard?
ostrich.
Well,
As
yeah,
the two of you
yeah.
say ostrich, uh, the halfling Fenman behind the counter looks at you and says, "I've never heard of that one before. Is that from wherever you're from?"
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a
Arcadia
really
is
interesting creature.
known for ostriches. Think
Arcadia?
of it like, yeah, that's where we're from.
Mm.
I'll at this point I'll kind of like catch up with them. I think I'll just have like all of their backpacks.
So you just open it as I give the lie. Arcadia, that's where
Open the
we're
door.
from.
It's the capital of the next country over.
Oh, you must have traveled from very far. Does
Yes.
word of
Way
this
bit.
place travel? I didn't know that.
Basically, yeah.
Oh,
It doesn't
well,
matter.
hello for
Ostriches, big black and white birds with long necks. You know, like they have geese.
Yes, I know what a geese is.
Imagine if a geese
Had long
was
legs
like
and a long neck
really long
and was
legs
really mad
and like
most of the time.
the body of the goose was more flat. We're talking about something that's like
Hmm.
maybe like Pascal like puts his hand over his head to be like roughly like I'm trying to think an ostrich is maybe like 5 foot. So Pascal is like really like tippy toes up. It's like that tall, give or take. Like sees Ace.
Hmm.
Ace, come here. How
Yeah.
tall is an ostrich? Could you just demonstrate the height of an ostrich? It's about 5 foot, like 5'5" ish.
uh, sure. I mean, it's like how tall have we made Ace canonically in his Dracona form?
Think about 7 foot tall.
Tall
About
enough
what?
to demonstrate what 5'5" is.
I'm sorry, Colin.
7 feet.
7? I thought it was like 6'6".
I
Whatever,
thought it was
doesn't
like
matter.
7.
Okay, somewhere close to that. So Ace will be like about here, and like point in his chest height with his hand.
You
That
gotta
might
Being
be
as
understand
enough.
he's
it also like demonstrates the size difference between the between the three of you.
True.
Yes.
You see
we're
Pascal with his
technic
arm reaches
All
up
the way
super
up.
high. They
I'm
can't
trying
even
to like.
reach all the way up to like almost all the way up Ace's chest.
we've canonically made it so Ace can very comfortably pick up, carry, and move with Pascal in his arms. No prob.
Just
I guess the question is, Sprite is definitely taller than Pascal. The question
Yeah.
is how much?
Definitely not close to 7 foot.
Yeah.
Definitely not 6 feet. I'd say either like close to 5 foot, if not like a little over.
Hmm.
But
Okay. Pascal.
Definitely shorter as a fairy.
Hmm.
And how tall was everyone in the real world? I know,
Oh,
like,
Pascal is
Five
easily a head
4,
taller than your
5'5".
average guy, so he's like maybe 6'4",
got it.
probably 6'6" if he ever stood up straight.
Say Sprite is 5'5".
I think I specifically said that Ace is 6 foot,
Mm.
but he says that he's 5'10".
Mhm.
Oh yeah, for the bit.
Yeah,
Um,
for the
which
bit of saying
means
like, no, I'm just 5'10", and then it makes all the
yeah,
short guys look taller.
it's that is Ace got massively taller, Sprite's height barely changed, and Pascal has shrunk down. Part of me wants to say we'll go with 3'8". Pascal is 3'8" tall. A foot
Uh,
shorter than my grandmother.
as the height differences are shown, and the height of an ostrich is demonstrated. Um,
What a weird world we live in.
yeah.
We're gonna
Fenwin
make
standing
money
there
off of
goes,
this.
"Oh, okay.
I almost preferred when you were
Well,
rude to me.
is well, I'm sure it makes good jerky. I think this bird was quite a bit bigger, though."
Hmm.
Yeah, I need this mystery bird jerky in my life. I'm just gonna be honest.
Yeah.
For the sheer curiosity of it.
Yes. Yeah. And he puts up some up on the counter. It's pocket change. You don't have to worry about how much it actually costs.
All right,
Not
cool.
like in this economy, am I right, guys? Doink doink doink. You know.
Doink doink.
I'm gonna mark this as mystery bird jerky.
Yeah. Oh my god, the vibe of this song that is playing in my headphones right now is not what I was looking for.
Mystery bird jerky.
This is not the vibe.
Yeah. Definitely Nine Inch Nails is not the vibe either. What is it?
Hmm.
Nine
I'm
Inch
like
Nails is
listening
good.
to like chill like
Going back to our
2000.
pre-stream conversation, we might need to pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Yes, exactly. Um
Kitty!
the three of you get the jerky. You leave after your
Yeah.
basil and jerky. Did you need another
Hmm.
pipe actually too while you're here?
One of the one of the things of prestidigitation is repair a small object.
I see. Okay, so you've repaired it. Good, good. You all make it into it's like a few buildings down, Baubles and Beads, which entering in is a uh, entryway hallway that has a few cases that show different things in it, different individual like a ring, or some necklaces that look like they were handmade with a bunch of different uh you know uh cool beads with like a little pattern, anything like that. But the main thing is you come into this room in the front of this building past the entryway, and it is absolutely laden with cases, stuff on display stands, all sorts of things. The thing that catches the three of your eyes immediately, which right last time you were here, there are two
Mhm.
things that are kind of in front of you as soon as you walk in. They're both in a glass case. One, there is a skull without the great, or without the jaw, that has two fangs in the front teeth. That is a almost perfectly white bleach skull, with a tag that is affixed to it somewhere on the underside. You can't tell where. As well as there is a book that looks like it is made of stone and some sort of leather. You're not entirely sure what kind of leather. that is a very large padlock on the side of it that it looks like it is made of bone. Looking around this room, there is a great deal of different things. And sitting in the corner at a table with a jeweler's monocle on is a older red Draconis. She is currently in the middle of working on something. It doesn't acknowledge you guys when you walk in.
This is where I got the compass. There's gotta be something in here that we can use or that we could potentially get for our next like journey down. The compass was awesome.
True.
This was very useful. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. Doesn't look up from what she's doing. She's currently doing some sort of beading project. I think looking around Ace, you see a copper cuff of some kind that is almost vibrating gently, sitting on the stand that it's on. You can see that it is vibrating. You see a pair of boots just sitting up on a shelf that are these boots with a little tiny wing engraved on the side of it with deep, deep, lush red interior, like plush material. Uh, Sitting off to the side, Sprite, you see a flute made of some sort of plant, you think? Looks like a dried, almost like bamboo, uh, you know, I don't know what the hell like section of bamboo is called.
Like a stock?
Stalk, I guess. Yeah.
Reed, maybe?
Uh, yeah, reed. I guess reed would make
A
sense.
shoot of bamboo.
Yeah, shoot of bamboo, a very large shoot of bamboo that has the like holes and like mouthpiece end of it carved into as if it was a flute. Um, Sitting also in the corner, you see a small pencil that is faintly glowing, almost like a radioactive color,
Oh,
sitting sitting on a table, just kind of almost like a radium glow. Pascal, looking around, you see like a porcelain mask that has no mouth, eye holes though, so you could see through, but no way to speak through it. You also see a set of like knuckle bones that are in a clear mesh bag sitting around. There's lots of other things, but these are kind of the things that immediately catch your eye in this moment, the three of you.
Right. I want to
Mhm.
look at the knuckle bones. Get some
The
gaming
knuckle
going on.
bones.
I'll just be kind of like looking around and then occasionally just like noticing like out of the corner of my eye, maybe like just looking at the other Draconis because like we haven't seen other members of our own races. So like this is the first time that I'm seeing it and I'm like, huh, this is weird. I'm not used to this.
I think as you're looking over that, Pascal, the bones, you pick up the bag, and without even acknowledging you by looking up, you just hear the Draconis say, "Those are the gambler's lucky bones."
Wasn't
Okay.
there a parlor in the city below? Am I
Yes.
misremembering?
That one I'm not positive of, if I'm
So,
honest.
Colin, are you confirming that there was like a gambling parlor?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, there is like the tavern that's there. I'm sure you could gamble with the people that are there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Maybe we shouldn't shit where we gamble at the tavern here.
Mhm. Okay.
Shit under the table that you eat on.
No. Thanks for the offer.
As you pick up these bones, Pascal, you slightly feel some sort of just change in everything. If you were to purchase these, because I think that buying magic items in a tabletop role playing game, it's hard to make an informed decision if I'm just like, these are the lucky bones, and then they do something mechanic. Uh,
Yeah.
so, these would allow you to once per session reroll any failed roll.
Oh,
All right. So,
how much are
uh,
those?
yeah.
Holding them in your hand, you hear 3 handful.
Depending on what else is here, I can pitch in. I'm not going to commit to
I'm willing
anything
to
until
just
we know
buy it.
exactly. Oh, you
I
have
was
3
gonna say
handful?
I was.
What does one
Uh,
bag equal?
10 handfuls.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
I was gonna say I was also curious about that flute, if I'm honest.
As you look at the flute without looking up, you see that there are some sort of carved runes in the side of it, and she says something about it's a piper's reed. If I remember correctly, it makes you
Pipe dream.
decently better at causing or bringing attention. And
Oh.
this piper's reed is a carved flute out of a bamboo stalk. It allows you to spend 1 hope to distract a target, which is -1 difficulty from whatever roll that you're doing against them or anyone else.
Ooh. Okay. How much was that one?
Uh, that's going to be 4 handful.
That one's 4. Okay.
There was one other item.
There were, yeah.
The small faintly glowing pencil was one of them. There was also the skull at the beginning and the book of stone and leather with the bone padlock.
What's the pencil?
The pencil, as you pick it up, she says, where did that go? She says, that's actually a tattoo pencil. If you touch it to your skin, it'll put a tattoo on you. Which I believe, drawn correctly, is a rune that increases your swordsmanship. Which once per rest, you can add 1+1 to the damage die of a weapon attack. She says 2 handful.
All right, fine.
Do it.
Hell yeah. Okay. Gotta remember this. 3.
Sick as hell. I don't deal damage. I'm just a
Rad.
damage sponge. So the more damage I can deal, the better.
Yeah.
So you said once per turn, or is it just once per rest?
Once per rest.
It's
So
only
short rest, long rest.
Okay. It's only a +1.
Yeah. Yeah, +1. That's why it's 2 handful.
Technically, I can put that on
as
everyone.
Mhm. As you guys are looking at these items that you just picked up, why did that do rosary? It's weird. Let me make sure. Piper's Reed and oh,
Oh,
we lost Zach. Zach.
I was gonna say my connection's dipped a little bit here and there during the stream, but
Yeah.
There have been like storms and power outages in this area.
Mm,
Did he put something in the?
no, that's the pencil.
no.
Oh, I know
I
that's
just put
more
all,
than the pencil.
I just it's all three of them. But I'm gonna actually make them into items and add them to your character sheets. I just haven't yet.
I was gonna say the Piper's Reed. I was thinking about getting it just because I feel like that could come in handy, especially like if one person's trying to attack something, I could like use that, distract somebody, pull the attention, and then that person has the wham attack.
Wham.
Ooh, that wouldn't.
Yeah.
We got Craig.
Craig, you can fill in for Zach,
Craig.
right?
Yo, what up, Craig? I mean,
Well, I guess let's wait and see if Zach comes back.
yeah. I shot him.
R.I.P. Okay.
How you guys doing?
I'm doing good. Living life.
Pretty good.
He said lost connection work.
Okay,
Right.
cool.
I'm gonna grab it.
Yeah. I'm excited Haley has something big planned for Sunday through Tuesday because I had to take off work. I wasn't allowed to know what it is.
Yeah, I know what it is.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna like it.
Okay. Yeah, because she was like I think you're gonna be like crazy surprised. So
Yeah.
it's like okay. I'm
Yeah.
excited though. I like surprises though, so
I'm
yeah.
hoping Mariah
I'm a big
does something for
surprise
my 30th.
Mm-hmm.
We actually
No,
need
it's not
to.
that far off now.
Well, yeah. Just a little over a month away. We do need to get her account set up with the game for tomorrow.
Yes, yes, yes.
But that should be a good time. I'm excited about that.
Me too.
So I'm once again working on the Star Wars project.
Hell yeah.
After
Star Wars project.
a very long hiatus. Now that the cat stuff is out of here, I think I might rearrange this desk positioning a little bit and just kind of like redo the desk a little, like the setup. But I did end up getting that rolling desk that I was telling you about that I wanted to get to like put into the closet so then I can roll it out to work on Lego project stuff.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
And it fits perfectly. So
nice.
Dream. But yeah, so that's kind of been what I've been working on, doing. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, we're waiting on Zach because Zach said that he lost connection but is trying to get it back.
Yes.
It might be a quick cut away from.
Well, we could always do like
pet stickers. Pet stickers. Okay. Okay. All right, Yoda.
All right,
Pet
you got me
stickers
with
is pretty good.
You got me with that one. That was pretty good. All right, I'm gonna add
Tony Wong's pet stickers.
I'm gonna add another column and the chat.
Hell yeah. Yeah, no, I'm gonna vamp on this fucking pesto egg roll is just a wild concept because it could be one of
Yeah.
those things that's always bad because it's just too much pesto because it's only pesto
Yeah,
inside the egg
it's
roll wrapper.
yes. It's like a cannoli of pesto.
So for a really long time, I thought I was allergic to pesto.
Pestoles.
Pesto.
Like I thought I was allergic to pine nuts and like there's still a chance that I am. But it turns out I didn't know that your traditional pesto has cashews in it. I'm allergic to cashews.
Oh.
Yeah, some of them do.
Yikes.
And that's like a confirmed allergy that I have.
Yeah.
That's not fun.
Found that out. I was like, oh, that makes sense.
Shit.
That's why I was breaking out whenever I ate fucking pesto. Maybe I can have pine.
You know, that would make sense. Ooh. I was just thinking about the concept of pestoli, and then I was like, I just did Italian food on Italian food because I was thinking about the big giant, like big rigatoni. I can't remember what they're called, but there's like a big rigatoni,
Mhm.
and then that's just filled with pesto.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
called
god,
a
what is that?
pestoli. Big rigatoni. Rigatoni gigante. I think it is just rigatoni gigante.
Yeah.
A cherry?
Yeah.
Hot cherry?
Pacheri, something like that. Pacheri. Yeah, I think you're right.
Hot cherry.
Pacheri. Yeah, or just a large rigatoni.
Cannelloni?
Cannelloni. I think so, yeah. Cannelloni.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
those
what
are
you're
the
thinking
really
of.
big ones. Yeah, those would be perfect. Yeah, cannelloni.
Just filled with pesto.
Yeah,
Like just a
or
piping bag.
manicotti. You could do manicotti too.
Ew, piping bag of pesto, no.
The
New
piping
band name,
bag
by
of
the way.
pesto.
Piping bag of pesto.
Such a good band name.
What's up, Buffalo? We are
Battle-
piping bag of pesto. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Battle
and
of
it's
the
like an all
bands.
brass. No, it's an all brass band.
Yeah.
Like a brass
Oh my
quartet with a
gosh.
tuba.
And every type of pipe that you can think of. Bagpipes,
Yeah.
It's in
pipe
there.
organ.
Guys, I'm kind of
Wait.
fearing that Zach is lost to the depths
Wait.
for
Ether.
forever.
Rig Anthony?
Like Anthony?
I feel like I'm lost on what the Oh, rigatoni, and it's instead of rigatoni, it's Rig Anthony. It's the grown-up big Tony.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's back.
Yo.
Oh,
What?
Is
really,
he
dude?
live?
You're choosing now to come in here and start squeaking?
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, and germs. Somehow the problem appears to be localized to Discord.
Oh, Discord does suck. That is a fact.
And it has just gotten
I-
progressively worse.
I dislike you, Discord.
You
Yeah.
used to be great.
For quite a while, my failed to start camera.
That's okay. You don't need
I am seeing. Wait, no. I'm seeing Zach's failed to start camera error as if it was my own camera error.
Oh.
Like, and I can hit try again. That's wild.
Oh, wait, yeah, I can too. The fuck? I had
Big
it.
rigatoni is Big Anthony.
Mhm.
That's really good. I love that.
That's a good one.
Oh no.
You also know that person.
Yeah, I do. PJ Saturday was a character in a campaign that I ran. He was an anarchist bomber Dalmatian man.
Oh.
He's really
Love that.
fantastic.
That sounds really rad.
The expressed goal of PJ Saturday's player was to just quite literally go out with a bang.
Fuck yeah.
I love
Happened.
that.
It almost happened multiple times. But my favorite moment of PJ Saturday was we're playing Scum and Villainy, which is a Blades in the Dark game. And one of my favorite moments ever is so you like pick a stress, like you get stressed during the game, and that's how you like do things is you like spend stress. That's like one of your primary resources. And because it's a game of like villains and like mercenaries and blah 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 and all this sort of stuff, and like kind of it's like Scum and Villainy is Star Wars with the serial number taken off. It's not called the Force, it's called the Way, which for us we called it the Strange because we were playing in one of my like campaign worlds taken to space.
Got you.
But anyways, you pick a vice that is how you relieve stress. So the game like recommends like gambling or violence or like any of these different things that are like all your standard different things, and one of them's weird, and then it's like, oh, just like just pick one if you want to like make one up for your character. And so the player for PJ Saturday, who is a Dalmatian man, like a straight up just like Dalmatian anthropomorphic man in
Yeah.
space, right? Uh, he chose Bad Dog as his vice. And he was the pilot
Oh,
of the ship.
Oh
Uh,
no.
and,
oh
and at one point, they were flying back from an extremely stressful mission.
no!
And
Oh my
PJ Saturday, I was like, "Oh, how do you guys spend your downtime? Like they're flying on the ship or whatever." And he was like, "Oh, I'm flying, and I just start stress sparking, and this is how I'm
God.
relieving my stress. This is my vice." And he's just sitting there at the table going, the entire time.
Amazing.
It was so good. One time he tore up a couch in like an ally faction's base because that was one of his vice things. Yeah, it was so,
Amazing. A plus.
That's so funny.
Didn't we
it
end
was
up
so
on that?
good.
We ended up having that ship. Yeah.
Yes, the Bad Decision 3.
Yeah.
You guys had the Bad Decision 3 in that one shot that you guys ran.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
Yes, and when they
That
had it, it
sounds
was just
rad.
called the Bad Decision 3 also too. So we don't know what happened to Bad Decision 2 and 1.
It could just be
Oh
like
wait, no, you're
the
right. It was Bad Decision 2. You're right. It was Bad Decision 2.
it could be like a painting a 1-2-4 on a pig and then releasing it into a building situation where there is no actual one.
Mm.
Okay, I see the camera is spinning, but Zach texted me and said, "I'm in call. I just can't hear, be heard, or see you."
Oh.
R.I.P.
So Discord just might be
Oh,
cooked for the night.
yeah.
Do we want
Damn.
to? Are you guys free at all this weekend? Like, well, I guess Saturday.
Mayhaps.
Okay, because we could just do like we could
Maybe?
record an outro from where we were.
Mm.
Stream. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
you
we could
won't
make
get to
it
hear
now.
it.
Stream. I'm sorry. We could just go randomly live at some point on Saturday.
Let me just double check for. It'll probably
Honestly,
only
this
take like
sounds
30
familiar.
minutes to do.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. R.I.P.
Oh.
Zach. Yeah, I think we call it here, and then if we can find the time to, if not, uh we can just cut the episode at Baubles and Beads there.
Or
I don't know.
Mm.
We'll do an outro.
the next, if we can't find time before the next recording session. Oh, he said he's free all day on Saturday. So.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Yeah. Let's figure out a time on Saturday.
Okay.
Chat. We're gonna be live randomly on Saturday for like 30 minutes, and that's it.
Maybe we might not even go live. We might just literally record it.
That's true. Yeah, we could just record it.
Yeah.
Secret.
I don't want to fuck up analytics. So in order to see the outro, you'll have to check out this episode when it goes live on Spotify and
Yes.
all other podcast listening platforms, which, by the way, you can listen to episodes 1, 2, and 3 on all platforms where you listen to podcasts. You should be expecting a new episode relatively soon.
Yes.
So keep an eye out for that. It'll be on the Discord when that drops, which you can join with this link here. You can also check out our other show, which we stream every Wednesday.
Yeah.
No, I don't know if you saw my hand. I was doing the every.
Yeah.
Every Wednesday. It's called The Naturals. We are in our 3rd season, but don't worry, you don't need to watch season 1 and 2. It helps with some context, but it's not going to ruin the time for you. It's a good self-contained little adventure. But you can check that out every Wednesday at 6:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we'll be back with another episode of the Utopia probably in like 2-3 weeks at the latest.
Yes.
For episode 8. So you have that to look forward to. But hey, Colin, do you want to take away the intro or the outro? You already did the intro.
Sure. Yeah, the outro. Well, wherever you are in the world, I hope you stay happy, healthy, and whatever. Have a good evening, good night, good afternoon, good midnight, wherever you are.
Yep, nailed it,
Peace.
dude. Fucking nailed it. Nailed it. It has become so ingrained in my psyche. I mean, you've heard how fast I've gotten with it.
Yeah.
Wherever in the world, I hope you all stay happy, healthy, and safe.
Peace.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know. Bye.
Bye.